Saol Nua, Part 7, A Real and Sane Alternative. Small enterprises, worker, producer-owned cooperatives, and regional development, a self-reliant socialism. Our view of economics is different, and we have outlined the salient elements of it in this document. For us, people come first, and we would shift the emphasis from growth to sufficiency, from dependence of people to self-reliance and self-expression. Organizations should exist for people instead of people being for organizations. Our society is fast becoming a two-class society. A minority of privileged people exists, and they are not necessarily the idle rich. Many managers and professionals work exceedingly hard and often suffer from stress. Side by side with them, there is a dependent majority of consumers, many poor and idle, but all lacking power except where the trade union lobby on their behalf. Another eminent economist, J.K. Galbraith, referring to the United States of America, spoke of, quote, private affluence and public squalor, end quote. This exists in a country where 6% of the population of the world consumes 40% of the global resources, and where poverty and crime still blight millions of lives. This is the model which we seek to replace with a saner and more humane one. Greater democracy in economic affairs and personal fulfillment will be achieved through small enterprises, worker, producer, owned cooperatives, and regional development. Many social benefits will flow from small-scale organization. People will feel that they belong. They will behave more responsibly and will contribute their own personal initiative. The mass of the people must be involved in this social, economic, and national reconstruction based on a different set of values. Already some large, some impersonal enterprises have discovered that where the workforce is organized into small teams with which people can identify, the workers get much more satisfaction from and give more to their work. There is no reason why the local and regional authorities, Saol Nua, cannot become agents of social and economic development throughout Ireland, as well as the provincial and national parliaments. Sinn Féin Poblachtach will ensure that the role of the multinational corporations is limited in Ireland, that the commanding heights of the economy are brought under democratic control, that indigenous industry is promoted, and that democratic legal structures are put in place to promote worker-producer-owned cooperatives. Such enterprises can be organized and made to flourish in agriculture, manufacturing, fishing, distribution, housing, and banking. There are enlightened and progressive forces at work in many other countries which are seeking to bring about this kind of transformation of society, and we are not being unduly idealistic or isolationist in proposing such an approach. Ultimately, we are all our brothers and sisters keepers. By promoting self-reliance and community effort, we shall be promoting a lifestyle which will be more simple, but which will also be more satisfying and even sophisticated, with more emphasis on leisure and cultural interests. Technologies like information processing will increase the human possibilities for development without in any way damaging the environment. More and more commentators are coming to realize that protection of the environment not only goes hand in hand with the economic performance, but is also becoming the driving force for the development of new markets. Ireland is, for instance, in a unique position in Europe to take advantage of the market for the produce of organic farming. A whole series of industries could also be built around fishing and forestry.